Man, yesterday my headache horrible. I thought it was like a high blood pressure headache or some shit, like from all the fucking
All the
shit that
stuff.
I'm on.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to die.
Baby, help me.
This is not a photography podcast.
See what these tacos look like. We are at, what is it? Benu?
Benu.
Benu?
Benu or
Benu?
Benu? I don't
We
know.
are at Benu.
Benu. I'll take that.
We are at Benu Coffee Shop Cafe. We're on MLK at Benu. Did you eat already? What did you get? Oh, you just got
Yeah,
the
I
cake.
ate. Yeah, I ate before 4 o'clock this morning after I did my yoga.
Dead ass?
Yeah, man.
Oh, okay. Okay, this boy gentrified. This boy all the way gentrified.
No, it really does help. I guess align me,
I
get
know,
me
I
started
know.
for the
Yeah, I
day and
know.
shit. You
I
know,
just gotta give you a
it's
hard
just
time.
weird, but like,
because if you were if you were to tell an older cat that, they're like,
yeah, like
"What you doing? What you
for
doing,
real,
boy?
right? Yoga, what the hell wrong with you?
What's new? What's on the calendar?"
Scheduling meetings
Yeah.
now. It's crazy. So actually starting to do most of the work, like leg work anyway, you know, and getting all of that out of
Behind
the
the
way.
scenes,
Yeah.
which is unfortunately 80% of the work.
80% of the work, man.
So where you at now, as far as like in the process? Again, we're talking about Larry's Grant 40 exhibition, trying to get an idea on where we're at.
Yeah. Well, right now I'm sitting here doing most of my meetings for like the behind the scenes stuff to get everything popping the way that I really wanted to look.
Like
I guess
legit paperwork.
Yeah, the legit paperwork, and then continuously letting everyone know what the project is about.
That's what, and this is why the podcast is here.
Cause man, so
Question. So we got a bunch of clips, right?
yeah.
Are you cool just being collabed on that, each one? Do you care about what's on your feed? Like some people like really curate it,
No, man.
post it up.
Literally, that's what's on. It's well, we got like 3 clips right now.
Yeah, but I mean, I could post a clip a day and just get more eyes on it, you know?
Oh yeah, that works for me.
But my thing was like, for you to feel obligated, or I mean, put the clip on, but it's like fucking up my feed or whatever. So you don't care?
No, I don't care about feed, man.
That's kind of where I'm at with my page, where it's like, just post.
Exactly.
It don't even matter. Some people like really curate everything.
Yeah, the most stuff, because I really don't post a lot anyway. No, yeah, I really don't care about the posting part, because I really don't post a lot anyway.
That's a dope shot.
Yeah, I know, it was pretty dope. It reminded me of this one image where they
Let me take a photo. So
forgot where it's at, but how they paint themselves all black or whatever. It's some festival.
I think I know what you're talking about.
But like they would have horns on and stuff like that. It's pretty dope.
You're in the process, getting all the paperwork done.
Yeah,
Still no funds released yet.
Yeah, not yet. Which it's kind of okay for me because I would probably be working backwards. You know what I'm saying? I would just be out there hitting the road, just, click, 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 click. Not even thinking about the stuff that I'm supposed to be doing right now. I'll put it off on the back end.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the fact that I'm
get
doing
around to it's too late. Or,
Exactly. So it's actually kind of working out for me because I am a procrastinator. So it's really working out for me right now, which is a good thing. Oh, you good. I'll let you know.
I need to go to a barbershop.
Man, who you telling, man? My lineup, there's no lineup anymore. Your boy looking rough. I just realized it. I had my hair down.
Oh, that's good though. So at least you're getting it done.
Yeah. Cause a lot of times as artists, we like, man, forget paperwork and all that stuff, man. Let me just create.
Honestly, that's where I'm at, like all the time.
Yeah.
Where there could be opportunities, or even like you told me about the grant over a year ago.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, okay, I'll check it out. I think I went to the site and I was like, this looks like a lot of work. And I just kept it moving.
Man, I'm telling you, man. Well, I guess in actuality, it is a lot of work, but like, if you really want to create,
yeah, no, it's worth it.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's worth it.
Like, it's not like, I mean, remember we did the Fuji
Oh,
VFX
yeah,
grant? That shit pissed me off.
bro.
Cause it was
I
nice.
stopped in the middle.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I just said, you know what? Forget it, man.
See, that's the thing, like jumping through all these hoops and like
Yeah,
this and that.
exactly.
But I guess that's part of the process.
Yeah.
But even then, so like the amount of work for that Fujifilm grant compared to this one, and then the amount of payout, completely different.
Totally different.
So yeah.
Yeah, it's totally different.
Acme really did a good job.
Yeah.
Fucking Fujifilm, nah. Nah, they just wanted advertisement.
Yeah, I think that's what that one is. It's a lot of work.
Advertisement and then a shared exhibition, which I can do
Yeah.
that here at home. That's good though.
Good
Pinpoint
for the throat.
the camera yet? No.
No,
Or is that,
but
or is that even, you're not even thinking about that yet?
yeah, right now I'm not even thinking about it because I don't even want to be like, oh, I should have pulled the trigger on this one. And
That was,
man, I could have
showed you
exactly
already done. But
exactly.
yeah.
So
It's also good, I guess, where you like, I'm not saying it could happen or it would happen, but you know, like, oh, we're sorry, it's not this amount, it's now this amount. You're like, fuck.
exactly.
Yeah. So I guess it's weight, you know, what's the saying? Eggs in the basket, all that shit. Like,
Yeah. The waiting though. I mean, at first I was a bit impatient
Yeah.
about everything. Like, okay, cool, I got approved, let's go.
But it's like dead ass end of the year, right?
Exactly.
You have a lot of time. But
exactly.
I do see where you're like, I'm ready. Or I'm ready to get going.
You're
I'm
ready.
not ready to complete it, but I'm
Yeah.
ready to like get started.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that. This morning you sent me a video.
Oh yeah, the YouTube clip.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty interesting, right?
You know that cat?
No. Well, yes, I do.
You know
No,
of him.
I know of him. Don't know him personally. But it was pretty cool to like looking at YouTube and then see like, hold on, wait a minute.
Yeah.
That's and then they had my profile picture up there too.
I saw that.
So that was pretty cool, man. I was like,
But
wow.
where is that?
That's at the African American Heritage and Cultural Facility.
Okay.
So
And those have been up there for how long?
yeah, it's been up there for about a year now.
Oh.
Yeah, about a year.
Oh yeah, because they're from the
previous Juneteenth.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Previous Juneteenth. Then there was a slab one that was from last year, right? Or that previous year?
That was from last year.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much everything. I think there's like 2 images that may be from a year or two, about 2 years, 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And that was about it. But they just fit within that whole thing. But it's pretty dope. If y'all get a chance, go check it out. I have maybe about 18 to 20 pieces.
And tell them again where it's at
the African American Cultural and Heritage Facility. Yeah.
A bit loud as fuck.
Yeah. Very
getting
loud.
louder.
Yeah. But yeah, they're there. So check them out if you get a chance. Don't know their hours. But check them out though. Google it.
Google their hours before you go.
Yeah, man. But it was pretty cool to see like them pick where to stand at. You know, like here, let's, to fit them in. Like, pretty cool to be a backdrop.
Then this morning I sent you a photograph from, what was it, 1943? 1943.
Yeah.
Let me take a screenshot for you guys so y'all can see it.
Yeah, man, 1943. That's crazy. But like, that's pretty much what I'm hoping to achieve. You know what I'm saying? For them to sit there and be able to, I guess,
right there,
stand the test of times.
There's a photograph, Rosewood, 1943.
Crazy.
There is a comment I came across yesterday. And it was in regards to you're not shooting for now, you're shooting for later
Wow.
type of thing. And that's why I
That's
saw
pretty
that. And I was like,
powerful.
huh, it kind of hits. It makes sense.
Yes.
Where it's like, yeah,
That
it's
literally
easy.
just gave me goosebumps.
It's easy to see it where you're like, again, getting caught in like the social
No.
media aspect
Yeah.
of producing. And then for me, how we talked about where I'm like, produce, release, produce, release, produce, release. It kind of gave me that like affirmation of like, you don't have to release because it's not for
Exactly.
now, it's for later.
Exactly.
So it just kind of hit from last week's conversation to this week's conversation. And it's like, oh, you don't. That's true. Like it can wait. It can wait. It can live.
Like, how did it make you feel even seeing that image?
I just thought it was interesting. Like it was cool. It was like, that I was thinking about your project. Like, what if you can go back to that same location
Exactly.
and maybe get some of the same people there? Like that would be dope. Find out who the photographer was and get some of those same people from that. Cause they'd be what?
43?
That was
43. And they
43.
looked like they were like
8.
3.
No, well,
like 3 and up.
3 to 8.
Yeah.
So 3 to 8. It's going to be tough to find somebody.
I doubt they're still around. I mean, we could like find their descendants or something like that.
Yeah, but it'd hit a lot better if it's there.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I wonder what that location is now. What do you think? Do you see what it was? Like the housing project?
Yeah, I seen it. It was the, was that Chalmers?
I couldn't tell you. Or just
I'll research it.
Yeah.
And figure out where it is.
Just a thought. It'd be kind of cool.
Even if I can't get them, if I can kind of not replicate it, but like
pay homage.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That would work.
That'd be really dope to see. That'd be real dope to see.
Yeah. That's cool though. Yeah, I saw that. And that, like I said, that phrase hit me. You're not shooting for now, you're shooting for later. The history behind that. I was like, oh, yeah.
And the fact that we are living history right now too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like even us making this podcast, we might not have a bunch of viewers right now, but like, you know what I'm saying? What if somebody stumbles across it?
I mean, the thing is like weird. As long as we enjoy doing it, it don't really matter. But eventually it's going to be in the archive of conversations, which is good and bad. And I say bad for depending on what you say.
Yeah.
And also bad for like AI.
Cheers.
Thank you.
You too.
Like depending on what you say, and then AI can,
Yeah.
There's a bunch of fake AI episodes of Joe Rogan because he has so much of his voice out there. Yeah. And they'll make fake ads with him in it, his voice being used. Like it's not hard to get like an AI LLM on there and like, hey, listen to this, replicate this voice, now say this. Wow. It's not hard at all. So it's good and bad. But I mean, we can look at the good. Then it's interesting that we have this archive of conversations, and maybe we can look back on it years from now and see where we're at.
Man, what do they say? Name, image, and likeness. They'll copyright and trademark it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like for real. Like right now is the time. Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
Because they tried to do that with Scarlett Johansson.
Really?
Yeah, OpenAI. They reached out to her. Because you've seen the movie Her that she's in. She's the voice of the AI on there. So they reached out to her like, oh, could we use your voice for this speaking, whatever, program, right? So basically, can we use your voice for our AI? And she said no. And then a month later, they release it. And it sounds pretty damn close to her. Whereas like, I told you no. And that sounds like 95% me.
Yeah.
So yeah, they ended up changing it. I don't know if she sued them or what, but they're doing it. Like they're stealing people, basically.
Dang. So I wonder, is that why a Meta is ditching the whole metaverse thing?
No. Well, because Meta's stealing our information also.
Mm-hmm.
I think the metaverse was just like, it wasn't, as a community, it wasn't there. Because I was on it and you build your little character out, but it's just like, I was on there just to play games. Like, I had a boxing game, I loved it, and that shit was a workout. But, like, there's people on there that would, oh, let's go meet my friend from wherever and let's go watch a movie. And they meet up in this virtual reality and then they go watch a movie together in this VR
That's crazy.
theater. It's cool.
Yeah.
If you're the type of person that doesn't have human connections like that. And it was basically like Ready Player One, like early stages. So it's interesting, but I think they just got rid of it because it was like more likely it wasn't profitable.
Yeah.
And if it were to be profitable, you're just going to see a bunch of ads, like literally, like you'd be in a fake VR environment and there'd be an ad here. So that's probably the only way they could
trying to sell
profit
ads.
it. Because I don't think there was any sort of like monthly charge or anything. As long as you had like the Meta VR, you were on there. But I don't know. As far as, I think, because Meta steals our information all the time.
All the time.
So I don't think it was that. But I think people are being more wary of AI and its capabilities. And I know a lot of photographers are worried about it. But I'm worried about it because let's say you're a headshot photographer. You'd go pay. Yeah, you'd go pay, on average, a good headshot photographer would be like $500. And it's a headshot, so it doesn't need to be spectacular. It's a headshot, but there's prestigious headshot photographers and what they create, how they create, and it just works.
Yeah.
But now you can take a selfie of yourself, put it in AI, generate 10 headshots of me, and if it's a headshot being seen this big on a screen,
who cares?
Exactly. Like if you're a company and you're like, okay, I need to get headshots of 100 of my employees, am I going to pay a photographer to do that at $50 a pop? Or am I just going to get this AI program to do it? I pay $50 a month and I got everybody covered.
A month?
Yeah.
We need a new headshot. Yeah, just go pull up an old picture. And
Yep.
It's crazy, man.
So yeah. I think with AI, the only thing that's going to survive, well, one is going to be like handmade things, right? That handmade touch. But also, I think that's why zines, are popping off seemingly.
They are popping off a lot.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about it, but it's interesting. I think I just don't have, for me personally, I don't have the, how would I say it? Like the want to sit down and make a little book. Like Chester.
Right.
He put some shits together.
Dope stuff too.
And like really creative and really well done. But I know I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
But the way he does it, he gave me one. Beautiful. Beautiful. But I don't know. I just know I couldn't do it. But like the amount of effort that he put into it. And also the amount of effort and time he put into it. And then for the amount of money, for me, it wouldn't be worth it.
It's not a good ROI.
Yeah, for me.
Yeah.
But again, it depends on where you're at. If that's what you're worried about, then obviously that's not what you're doing. But he's not worried about that. He's worried about creating the legacy and putting his art out there.
Yeah.
So for him, it's, it's part of the process. But his stuff, that shit's beautiful, man. Beautiful.
Yeah, man. He put out some beautiful work.
So as far as AI coming over, like AI is not going to be able to do that.
No.
So you want that human touch to things. You want a human touch, and also you want something with character, and also you want something like with mistakes, that human mistake
the human
touch.
flaws.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because it was just too perfect, like with a lot of AI headshots. You can see it's that uncanny valley aspect where you're like, this shit looks funky. Like this not you. Kind of you, but it's not you. It's 95% you, but it's not you. It looks a
You
little
don't
off.
have 6 fingers.
It looks, yeah. It looks a little bit soulless. And it does. And it does look soulless.
Yeah.
So that's where a good portrait photographer comes in and be like, I can create a portrait that has soul versus, that headshot generator of this is you as a headshot wearing a suit, you know? It's interesting though.
Yeah, it's very interesting to see where it's going.
AI is, I don't know.
It's here to
people
stay,
should,
though.
It is. It is.
It's not going anywhere.
So it's also, how do you as a photographer implement it into your workflow? Should you? Could you? Would you?
I say in certain aspects.
Yeah.
I see that. It can help speed up the process.
You know what's really bad and really noticeable is the captions. The captions being generated are really bad. Because it has this particular cadence of like, it's not this, it's this. And then it goes on to explain what you're talking about. And it always has this like little mic drop ending line, like, and this is why I did this. It's like, what the fuck kind of superhero language? Like,
yeah.
So yeah.
But then it comes to the whole architecture too of prompting.
Yeah, no, prompting is good.
So if you know how to brilliantly prompt,
yeah,
you might be able to be cooking with something.
You can. But I'm saying the majority of people that are using it and are using it straight copy and paste, they're not doing that.
Yeah, that kills me.
But again, it's a tool that has to be utilized because, like you said, it's here to stay, right? But how do you utilize it in a way that doesn't detract from your work?
That's crazy. Because it's not going to detract. You're going to have to adapt. All right. When, of course, I'm aging myself. But like when we started getting cell phones and stuff, my first phone was a Prime Code phone, right? I played Snake on it. You know what I'm saying? It was like the only game on it, or the little tennis game where you
little pong.
Yeah. That was it. Next thing you know, Apple comes out. No, it was what's those sidekicks, the BlackBerry joints. You know what I'm saying? Stuff started to become more computerized.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we're like, oh shoot, so I need to adapt to learn how to do this. Oh, these are text messages. Text messages are free. Text messages used to be like 25 cents.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So you really have to start adapting to everything. And that's where AI is. Like it came in very subtly, but now it's like wildfire right now, man.
I get what you're trying to say, but all right. So like now, let's say we're editing the photo, and then before we use like the cleanup tool. Oh, let's there's leaves here. There's too many. There's too many leaves. Let me clean it up real quick. Let's say this backdrop, right? Like, oh, this is a little too busy. Let's clean it up a little bit. Now, you can easily type a prompt.
Remove distractions.
Yeah. Remove distractions, clean up background. And boom, it's done. And it looks real. It looks legit. It's a part of the image.
Yeah.
But it's not the image you shot. But it's part of the image. But again, if we go back to 10 years ago, when people were editing skin frequency separation wise, that's not how they looked.
Exactly.
But it's part of the image. So where's the line drawn as far as this is, like, where's the boundary? Like, this is too far. We're editing too much with AI. Also, a lot of people say AI, but it's not AI. It's like computer learning, but it's not AI where it's like I'm telling a robot take this photograph, but it's computer learning, which before we had computer learning, we had updates, software developers. They would go and see what issues you'd have, and then they would manually code it in
off of complaints.
But now we have this thing learning from the mistakes and doing it automatically. So it's computer learning, but not automated. So again, it's like a very, very squiggly, blurry line where you're like, you could do this, but you can't do that. You could do this, but you can't do that. But again, it's also depends on what type of work you're creating. If you're a photojournalist, you're not doing that. It has to be straight from the JPEG on the camera. But if you're a fashion photographer, you make a bitch lose 50 pounds.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, I'm not wrong.
You're not lying. Facts. I don't know, man. I mean, I just know it's here and just have to adapt to it.
Yeah.
And then everyone uses it in images, no matter what skill level you are, how far you're into photography.
But I think that's also why Kodak is releasing new film stocks, because there are enough people buying film.
Yeah.
And they're buying film to basically, this is real life.
Yeah.
But they're also, how would I say it? There's film photographers and they still edit. It's still being edited. It's not straight.
Yeah.
Because if it was straight, it'd be a flat 15% gray image.
Yeah.
That's loud as fuck. So it's still being edited from the film scan. You use the film scan. Depending on what sort of scanner you're using, automatically changes the output, changes the coloring, and then you can then edit it further. So there's no film photograph that's completely straight from the film.
Yeah, that's so true.
But nonetheless, it does add a sort of authenticity to it. It adds like, okay, this is shot on film.
But is that as far as it goes? Well, it's shot on film. It's developed by hand, scanned by hand.
But people like that aspect of like, it's real.
Yeah.
So a lot of times you'll see a photograph and like the blacks are lifted up. That means that shot was underexposed.
Yeah.
And when they scanned it, it was brought up because it was too dark. If it was too dark, everything would be too dark.
Yeah.
So again, what people generally like about film is generally bad photography. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was underexposed, but it has that flaw, quote unquote, so it adds character. Or a shot with a bunch of dust on it. You can clean up the dust, but the dust looks kind of dope. I don't know. It's just too many ways you can go about it, and too many opinions, honestly.
Way too many. I mean, we have opinions right now, there's a lot of opinions.
I don't know.
Oh no, I think it just goes to the user, and as long as you're still creating from the heart, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Even with using the AI, like long as you like being intentional with it and still creating, I think it doesn't matter anymore.
I don't think we're there yet, but we'll get there.
It was like Photoshop, man. When Photoshop first hit, people were losing their minds.
Well, that's even just with digital cameras.
Exactly.
Yeah. So digital cameras versus film cameras.
Exactly. Even with photography. Painters hated photography. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's where we're at now. It's like
that's true. Yeah, we'll
a
get
different
there.
evolution.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah.
I don't think we're there yet.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens when we're there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Very interesting. But like I said, man, we're living history right now. So, you know what I'm saying? Just like with the whole Y2K thing, I remember that like it was yesterday. And now we're here. Like, oh shoot, now we have AI that's around.
And the time frame of like when AI first came out and it was doing like those Will Smith videos and he looked crazy, like noodle hands,
Yeah.
noodle face, and just craziness. To now we're like,
Has evolved.
you can legit make a full movie.
Yeah.
And if you don't tell people it's an AI movie,
I mean, they have AI movies now. They have people actually signing AI deals, selling their
they're selling their
likeness.
likeness. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. But that's also the thing of like how I was talking about.
Maybe not this street next time.
Levels. Levels are
Crazy.
So yeah, that goes to, I think people use the word AI too
loosely.
Yeah, too willy-nilly. Like they
Yeah.
don't understand it, so it's AI. Because right now, if I have a program for CGI that is aided by AI, it's still CGI, but you're just gonna say it's AI.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
I've seen that a
really,
couple of times. How people like, no, people, this is CGI,
yeah,
not AI. There's
yeah,
a big difference, which there is a big difference
yeah,
between AI. But I get what you're talking about with the CGI assisted
yeah.
by AI.
So it's here to stay.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing we can do about it. We'll see when the AI overlords take over and see what happens then.
Man,
Because there'll be some country somewhere, and they're like, you know what? Our presidents haven't been doing good. Let's try an AI president.
crazy.
Like I like what Claude is doing. I like Claude AI, and it it talks really well. Hey, would you like to be the prime minister of Uruguay?
That'd be crazy.
And like, I mean, you have good answers, so why not? You can analyze data, and I can give you our economic data, and you can tell us how to fix it. Why don't you become prime minister? It's going to happen. But then it's going to go too far. Fuck.
Yep. Hope I'm not here when it goes too far.
I give it 7 more years.
Man.
7. Think about how fast. Think about when the iPhone first came out. And then how much everything advanced after that. And then think about when AI came out a couple years ago. And
Literally
how far
a
it's
couple
advanced
years ago.
after that.
Yeah.
Think about that first AI robot that's going to come out. And then how that changed over that.
Yeah. Well, they already have them in Japan, I believe, the AI robots. Crazy.
You seen the way they move? Fucking smooth as fuck. Dude flips on your ass.
Flip.
And it just looks at you.
They have one robot walking around here.
Yeah, that one's janky.
What was that? I forgot the name of it.
Rizbot?
Yeah.
That one's super janky. That shit from Radio Shack.
Yeah. Man, Radio Shack.
I used to love going in there.
Me
and
too.
They had the round ball, you put your finger on it and then
the
static would come to it. I would love that shit. My dad would
Radio
go in there
Shack.
for whatever reason. I don't even know what for. But I just know I'd go in there like, don't touch that. Like,
well, why not? I used to think I was going to get electrocuted when I touched it. Yeah. I just wanted to feel that feeling. See if I get electrocuted or not. But it was just always cool. And then the hair start standing up.
The 9-volt battery. Just
oh, yeah.
Like that shit. I'm just trying to feel something.
Man, speaking of feeling something, man. What was the word?
Anhedonia. That's a good segue.
Anhedonia.
I'm gonna give it to Larry. That was a good segue. A good segue. What is that called? Let's find out so we can give you the real word.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting because I went down a rabbit hole.
Anhedonia. Why did I say it like that? Anhedonia. Anhedonia is the inability to experience joy or pleasure. You may feel numb or less interested in things that you once enjoyed. And I think that's what I have. Now, again, I'm self-diagnosing, so it's not real.
We all do.
But like I'm on Reddit, and Reddit apparently is like making people like leave their families and shit.
What?
Yeah. So Reddit True Tide, for those that don't know, but yeah, Reddit True Tide apparently is like just causing anhedonia, and you're just like, this ain't cool no more, or like I'm not feeling this, and then you just leave your partner, maybe not your family, but you leave your partner.
Yeah.
People,
like physically or like mentally?
both. Like it's like you're just not
Like
feeling
checked
it,
out.
and you're just like, yeah. For me, I don't drink no more. Like I don't want like a little glass of whiskey
Yeah.
at night. Before I would, like maybe like a couple times a week, few times a week, let me get a little whiskey, right? Nice little kick.
Mm-hmm.
And then now I haven't drank in months.
Hmm.
I'll have a beer on occasion, but it's a single beer. And it's like, at that point, it's just for the flavor, for like the carbonation or something. But it's not like I'm trying to get fucked up or anything like that. And
Wow.
I was on semaglutide before. That one made me depressed. That one made me just kind of like blasé about everything.
More numb.
Yeah, that one just made me like, that one, yeah, I would say depressed. Like just kind of like very like, kind of like the medical description of depression where you're just in bed and you don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
Of course, I couldn't do that, but that's what I felt like. And it wasn't that hard. It wasn't that crazy, but it was something like, if I was single, then yeah, I'd just be like, fuck all this shit. Like, you know, married with kids, you're like, you
Yeah,
get the
you
fuck
gotta
going.
get up and do some shit. Yeah. No matter how you feel.
Yeah. So, yeah, I was thinking about that because it started popping up on my feed because I had that other account,
Yeah.
fitness account, where I talk about all the shit that I'm on. And it started popping up. But the thing is, it's easy to self-diagnose and make connections. And you're like, oh, that correlates with this. But correlation isn't causation.
Exactly.
But it's still like, I relate to that. It could be that. So I don't think it actually is, but it is something to look at. At least maybe I'm in the beginning stages of that. Because like with photography, I want to shoot. But then I think about shooting and I'm like, man. And I think that's the case. This anhedonia is causing it. So right now I'm in the process of titrating down, getting off for a month or so. And
to see.
Yeah, see how that feels. It's interesting because it's like,
But the crazy thing about it is it's a lot of it going on right now.
Yeah.
Like I literally went down that rabbit hole.
Well, there's a shit ton of people that are on these GLP.
Yeah.
Retatrutide, semaglutide, tirzepatide, anything, they're on it. When it first came out, when I first heard about it, I was like, oh, these people, maybe they're just getting their new body. And they're like, well, fuck this. I mean, let me see what this new body can get me.
Yeah.
But a lot of people are getting it where just like, they're just kind of like chilling. They're just like, meh. So they're not leaving, but they're just kind of very numb and just like whatever about it.
That's interesting. Because now, I mean, if you look at it, how many people are on these GLP 1s and 2s and stuff, what is it doing for our society?
Well, they've already had studies where people aren't going to the bars as much. They're not going to restaurants as much because one, everything's expensive, right?
Exactly.
Two, they're on this shit and they're trying to lose weight. So they don't even have an appetite.
Yeah.
So they're just like, why am I going to go spend 100 plus, right? Why am I going to go spend 100 plus at a restaurant and not even be able to enjoy the meal properly? I get there, I eat a quarter of it, I'm already full. What's the point? So there's that aspect. But it is changing society in just a matter of like like I said, people aren't drinking as much.
Mm-hmm.
People aren't going to restaurants as much. This younger generation already, like Gen Z, whatever we're at now, Gen Z, they're not fucking as much.
Yeah.
So where are we going as a society?
Exactly. Like what are we creating technically?
Yeah.
Like we're creating a totally different generation right now where everyone's on these GLPs and we're almost turning into zombies.
In a way, yeah. But then we could talk about the feminization of men. We could talk about that and how that's going into, how would I say? It's maybe not the feminization of men, but this new generation, since they're not fucking as much. And if they continue down this route, one, they're not fucking as much because, well, kids cost money.
Yeah.
This shit's expensive right now, so why are we doing that? Everything's expensive, so why are we going to put ourselves through this struggle when we don't have to?
Exactly.
And then, along with that, if they're not fucking as much, where does that go? Do we have like a population crisis down the road?
Yeah, that's why the band is going on.
What's that? What band?
Abortions and all that stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Population control.
Yeah, but you can go into what is it? What's the company that would always do the abortions?
Planned Parenthood.
Yeah, that has proven documentation that it was population control.
Yeah.
Proven, specifically in the Black community.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's a thing.
But in order, like, what they're creating, like, they need a workforce. Like, everyone right now is trying to do side gigs and stuff.
You
stuff
have
for
to
them.
do side gigs.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
Right? You're not trying to really work for companies and stuff anymore.
Yeah.
They need people to work for these companies.
They do. I don't know. If
it's
I feel like could be a bit of a stretch, just because by the time that person can enter the workforce,
man, you gotta think.
but it's also like, if that were the case, they would allow education to these particular people to then, so they can just slide into the roles that they need.
What just happened?
What's that?
With the vouchers.
Oh, the military?
No, the vouchers in the state of Texas. The school vouchers.
I don't know.
Yeah, for the private schools. Yeah. So you get vouchers to go to private schools, institutions or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Right now, Austin, don't quote me, but I think it's like 186, 181 million deficit right now. Where are all these children that are in AISD that don't go to these public schools?
I know what you're talking about now. Yeah. I mean, so it's basically unaccounted for funds.
Exactly.
But that's the same thing with like the homeless population. They have this whole huge, massive undergoing of like homeless help, and the money behind it is crazy. But there's still a shit ton of homeless people.
Exactly.
And the people at the top of those organizations are getting paid.
Exactly.
So, yeah, that's just...
but there's I mean, because there's a lot to that web.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it can go a multitude of ways.
Humans suck. Like, humans are stupid, dumb, greedy.
Greedy.
Yeah.
Greedy, man.
It's interesting.
Like, we were okay with a regular brick phone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We can make phone calls. Matter of fact, as soon as 9 o'clock came, calling everybody in the world.
Yeah.
Right? Soon as, hey, you can talk free all day. Wait a minute. I can text
I wonder
without...
how they even came about that. Like, specifically 9 o'clock. And then, like, why even have that as an option? It's so strange.
I never understood that because I think then Sprint moved it up to 7 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
So it was crazy, man, to have that. And then how we are, man, like everything has to be now.
Yeah.
To where I think a lot of stuff, even with the developing film, the big craze for it is to sit back and take your time and go through the process of it.
I can see that. But again, that's also like part of the AI situation of like, you want something human made to not basically be manufactured.
Exactly.
I don't know.
It's crazy, man.
It's a crazy world we live in. Crazy world we live in.
Man. But that's interesting. All the different GLPs.
Yeah, the Anhedonia stuff. I feel like that's, like, I'm not going to claim that it's legit for me, but I think there's something there. So that's why I want to take that break. But I just don't want to be those people that are like weird and quirky, and now all of a sudden I'm neurodivergent.
Yeah.
Like, no, bitch, you just weird.
Let's see, man.
Huh?
Christine.
It's like, no, bitch, you're just weird. You're just odd.
Yeah.
You're just trying to put a label on yourself so you don't feel that crazy.
Yeah.
So I don't like that shit. But yeah, I'll take a break and see how that feels. It's more likely that, like I said, I want to shoot. But then I get around to him and say, yeah, I think, what was it? This past Sunday, let me go drive around and see if there's anything. I drove around and I was like, we'll go back home. Like, I tried to, but it wasn't there.
I think that's why I'm so eager to shoot right now.
Yeah.
Because that's the purpose. Other than that, it's literally me. Oh, wow, this guy looks interesting. This woman looks interesting. This kid looks interesting. Hey, stop what you're doing real quick. Or can I just make an image of you, like doing what you're doing type stuff?
And I think if we practice that line of, you're not shooting for now, you're shooting for later.
Yeah.
I think that'll benefit a lot of people.
I really do think that'll benefit because, people are shooting for Instagram, man.
Yeah.
Their TikTok BTS stuff.
And
And
that's the thing, for like, you'll see, because people now pretty much, there's this like, I posted up on my stories. It was like, like the type of thing where I want to show my photography, but also just want to delete my social media altogether.
Yeah.
And a few people messaged me like, this is me right now. This is how I feel, blah, blah, blah. And a lot of people feel this way, where it's like, we're so used to, like, Instagram is where you show the photos. Before then, it was like, what was it? Photo Bucket?
Yeah, Photo Bucket.
Or,
what's that?
Flickr?
Flickr.
But it's like, Flickr's still a thing, but I don't want to show my work to another photographer. I'm trying to show my work to somebody who would be interested in commissioning me for a portrait. So it's kind of like that double-edged sword. Like, we have to have social media. Again, going back to last week, to try to stay relevant to some extent.
Yeah, man.
But it's like, do we? Should we? Again, it totally depends on where you're at, like, as a photographer. If you're shooting for this exhibition, you really don't need it. But if you're like, well, people still need to see that I'm around, so then I can get this event, then you're going to have to do it. But the same thing with me, where it's like, I have to shoot in a studio setting so people can see, like, oh, he's still shooting in the studio. Or still just shooting people, whatever. So yeah, it sucks that we have to. And then now the thing is that we have to do reels. Because a regular slideshow doesn't get nothing.
Nothing.
And then for the reels themselves, they have to be like educational, quote unquote, for them to spread. So again, now I'm talking to another photographer all over again. So it's like, what are we doing? And how do we get over that bump of like, why are we dealing with this shit?
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of people felt that way. They felt the same way. And it was like, I think we all feel that way. But okay, devil's advocate. If we were getting a lot of engagement and views, would you feel that way? That's what I always think of.
Even for me as being, because I still feel like I'm a small time photographer.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Even me, I just hit 1,000 followers.
Mm-hmm.
That was like huge for me because I mean, it was like, oh man,
Yeah.
this many people are actually paying attention to what I'm doing.
Right.
But it's like they're just looking at what I'm doing. It's not like, hey, let's hire this guy. Hey, let's get to know
I get
this
what
guy.
you're saying. But what I'm saying is like, so a lot, the people that feel negative about social media, right? They don't, it's a whole idea like, oh, I have to do reels or I have to do
Yeah.
this. I have to
I get what you're saying.
post. I'm talking about like, because you'll see on the opposite end of the spectrum, you'll see people that get a
Posting
shit,
every day.
yeah, you'll get a shit ton of views, a shit ton of engagement, and they're happy posting. So on the inverse of that, if we're not getting the views and the engagement, do we feel the way we feel because of that? Because if we had a ton of engagement or whatever, that little, what is it, that serotonin bump
Yeah.
of like, oh yeah.
I don't know. Like, well, for me personally, it really doesn't matter. I mean, I've made posts. I've probably had like 7 likes, maybe
Yeah. But that's where we're at now.
1,000 views.
Yeah, that's where we're at
You
now.
know
Like,
what I'm
my
saying?
page is dead.
Yeah.
My
So
page is dead. That's why I was like, do you care what we post on there?
not at all.
So that's where we're at
Because
now.
I don't post
Yeah.
a lot. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Because I care about social media, but I don't care about social media.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I will go to my stories and just post something in my stories. Like, posting on my feed is like,
You know what gets me? Is when you post something you don't care about, and then
yeah,
it takes off. You're like, what the fuck? I
but
spent all this time editing this video, nothing. I take a single video on my phone and post it up, everything.
man,
Like, what the fuck?
algorithms, man. Damn AI.
It really is, honestly. Yeah.
AI.
But it was the feedback that I got on that, or a lot of people felt that way. I think about that because it's like, yeah, I could say I'm done with social media, but guaranteed, I just know in myself, if I was getting a lot of engagement and support, quote unquote, not even support, but engagement or that serotonin. But if I was getting
But
that
then that would
serotonin
make you
bump,
want to post more, though,
yeah,
right?
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Like the fitness account, right? I get a lot of engagement. I enjoy doing that because I enjoy working out and then showing the progress and meeting other like-minded people. So yeah, that would get me on there. Like I would make another page just for that and do
So
that.
pretty much, as long as it's feeding or nurturing that part of you, you're okay with it. But
That's what I'm
once
saying.
it's no
Like,
longer nurturing,
that's exactly what I'm saying. That's what I'm thinking these people are feeling.
yeah,
Because they feel the same way. Yeah, we as business owners, we have to have social media to show that we're still out there. People
Yeah.
forget. And have to is a strong word, but it's ideal for you to have social media.
yeah,
This place has social media. You know, any little small mom and pop place is going to have social media
yeah,
just to have stuff out there. So as business owners, we need to have that. But if you're just a regular person posting away, you're just posting away with no end and goal in sight as far as like, I'm just posting my daily. And yeah, you could be completely fine with that because that's what you're doing and you're not expecting anything in return. But if you're a business and you're like, I'm trying to post so eyes can see it so then I can get booked for other stuff. And you're like, fuck, nobody's seeing it. You're like, fuck.
But If you look at social media, that's what a lot of people need to realize too. Social media is still a business for Meta and X and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like they're still trying to turn a buck too.
Yeah.
So that's why they're selling the blue checks. I mean, you got different levels of blue checks now.
Yeah.
Where at first it wasn't a different like hierarchy of blue checks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The executive suite business and just a regular $11.99 or something like that.
Before you wouldn't even pay for the blue check. You just have to show that you were a notable person.
Exactly. But that got you more views and engagement and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Now you have to pay for more views and engagement. And that's why I think a lot of people are is like, man, I just want to try to put my stuff out for people to see it, but you're being smothered because you're not paying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's, again, do we feel this way because the engagement isn't there? If the engagement was there, would you just continue posting and be happy about it? So what is it? Is it social media itself? Is it the act of social media that you don't like anymore? Or is it the lack of engagement that you don't like anymore?
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Because the act of social media, like you said, if you're a regular person, you're just posting your daily life as like a journal of sorts, you don't care.
Yeah.
It's just your journal. This is what I'm up to. This is what I'm doing. That's it. But now, if you're a business trying to get your work out there, you're like, why aren't people seeing my stuff? And that's when you're like, fuck. Like, why am I putting all this effort? I spent hours editing this one video. 50 people saw it. You're like, what's the point? But if you spend hours editing that one video and 50,000 people saw it, you're like, let me make another video. I know you don't want to say it's true, but it's true. Because we're like fucking hamsters. Like, give me that little bit of cheese. That little, okay, let me go through the maze now.
Yeah, because that's how they tease you too, though. Like, every now and again, you get that one post that does go semi-viral or whatever.
Yeah.
You know.
And you're like, let me
then
do
they
more of that.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But then they start taping you back down.
Mm-hmm.
And then.
Like, don't you want to?
Exactly.
Don't you want a blue check now?
Yeah.
This is what you, if you paid, you could get a blue check now.
Like I've had, just this past weekend, I had 4 emails from Meta. Like, hey.
Yeah, I'm getting emails like, oh, like you can now earn money or some bullshit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Monetize like on my TikTok and everything. Like, hey.
Yeah.
I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I post it because that's like, I guess, a release for me. Like,
yeah,
bam, here guys, look at what I've done. You know what I'm saying?
Just like a little nudge, like, hey, I'm still here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like, that's why I don't post a lot, man.
Yeah.
Like, if I do post something that's in my stories and then I'm sharing someone else's work, like, hey guys, check this person out that I've seen. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of neat or whatever.
Yeah.
Or just looking at the stories, man, because that's where a lot of people are getting their views from. It's not from your regular feed at all. Because you make money off the reels. What they're making money off the reels.
Yep.
So as long as they can keep you making reels, that's where it's
the same thing that's on Facebook, the same thing.
Exactly.
You see those ads pop up after every video.
Exactly.
What's the phrase?
And that's how they sell ads too.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like it's the phrase, if you don't know what the product is, you're the product.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So that's it. I don't know. Anything else you want to say?
No, man.
That's good.
Yeah, I think that was really good, actually.
I don't know how long that was. Can you imagine we didn't hit record?
Bro. I mean, at least we got the audio. No, we don't.
The audio straight to that.
Yeah. Man.
Thank you for watching. This is not a photo podcast,
but we do talk about photography.
My name is Noe.
I'm Larry.
Appreciate you.
This is not a photography podcast.